we know that you guys have horror stories. I'm pointing over you, like over at the TV, which are really right there. We know that you guys have client horror stories. And so we want to share just a few with you. And you guys share some of your client horror stories down in the comments. But Brandon, I'm gonna kick it to you. I wanna kick it to you, and I wanna ask you, bro. Tell me about I don't want to say a terrible client, but I want to tell us a time that you had just an awful experience with a client.
It unfortunately is all centered around editing. I did not plan that, but that unfortunately worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so as a lot of you guys know, like my history in filmmaking, I've jumped around. I've done a lot of different things. And probably one of my favorite things I've ever shot was music festivals. I love shooting music festivals. It's like getting paid to go to your favorite concert and do the thing that you love more than anything else, which is filming.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting paid to do it. So you get paid to go see your favorite artist. You get paid to do what you love to do. And on top of that, you get the best seats in the house.
Yeah.
You're up front. You're between, like you're not in the pit with or you're not in the crowd with all the people. You put on your bow tie. You're above them. You're like, I have front row access.
Yeah.
No one's blocking my shot.
Yeah.
And so I've shot music festivals for a really long time, and I loved it. And then one year, a festival that I shot for, they offered me the opportunity to shoot their marketing campaign for the next upcoming festival.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you guys who shoot with clients, I'm one of those people that believe if there is a problem in the edit, it is because you did not do enough due diligence in pre-production.
Mm-hmm.
Because the video should be mapped out, planned out, everything up front. So I am very strategic, especially of projects of a certain budget type, to go above and beyond when it comes to the pre-production. And that's exactly what I did for this project. We had multiple conversations to go over the vibe of the project, the script of the project. We wrote the entire thing out first. And then once we had the script written out, and mind you, I say script, there was no dialogue in this video.
Mm-hmm.
But we still scripted out from start to finish exactly visually what we were going to see. And then I went and I'm not a good drawer.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and found images to create a storyboard that literally found frame for frame. Now, granted, I wish we had AI back then, but I went through and had to go find all these different images, and I built out a storyboard, and I sent that off to the client, and everything got approved and everything was going great. We then go for the day of the shoot. Actually, funny enough, shout out Marcus. Marcus was actually on this shoot with me. But I don't know if he's ever heard this part of the story. But we go out and we shoot, and dude, it is hot.
Mm-hmm.
The whole premise of the video is that we are supposed to be creating a festival-like experience.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, it was a empty field, Jarrell, in the middle of nowhere in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
There was no AC, no indoor structure.
How many extras did you have?
We had 5 extras.
That was supposed to look like a festival?
Like 5 talents. And we're supposed to look like a festival.
Yeah.
So we like shoot this whole thing. There's like a camping segment. There's a floating segment where they're floating in the river. And then there's a section where they like go into hammocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get up and they walk out of frame like they're going to a concert. So we don't actually have to show the festival.
Gotcha.
We just have to like show this like little experience of this small group at the festival.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, we executed. I mean, to the utmost degree. Everything on the shot list, we got it. Client got a little like, well, what about this shot? And I said, oh, you know what? I got a director's monitor for you. Set him up with a director's monitor, V-mount, handed it to him. I was like, you good with that shot? Yes. He started approving shots.
Wow.
He's approving shots on the day, dude.
Yeah.
And I walk away after we drove 4 hours to get there. It's about a 10-hour shoot in the sun in Texas. We leave. I leave feeling great. I feel fantastic. I'm in the car. I'm feeling great about the whole deal. And then post comes up. We start knocking out posts. We get him the first round of the edits, and then the red flags start showing up.
Yeah.
We sent him that first round of the edits, and he was like, these are our shots, but the vibe is not right.
The vibe.
Now, I can tell you, I have learned that there is one word in the English dictionary that I hate for my clients to use with me more than anything else, and it is the word vibe. What
I'm gonna guess he was a Gen Z.
he was not, dude. He was older than me. I'm like, what are you doing?
The vibes are off.
He's like, the vibes are off. I said, okay. What does that mean exactly? Like, do you want me to change the music? Do
Yeah.
we need to cut faster? Like, are shots lingering? He was like, I don't know. I just feel like the vibes are off. Can we do another cut, but like,
More vibes.
more like tighten it up. I was like, okay, I think I know what that means. So my editor goes and does those cuts and he makes the adjustments. I send it back off. And then he's like, yeah, I think we need to have a conversation. And I was
Mhm.
like, okay. Now we've already scripted, we storyboarded, we brought it over to you, and we get on the call and he's just like, yeah, it's just not hitting.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, what's missing? He was like, I feel like the colors are maybe a little different. Like, we need to see more faces, show the girls more. I'm like, oh, okay. You're trying to say something without trying to say it.
Yeah.
I got you. Say less. I cut him another version. This one I cut completely from scratch.
Mhm.
So now we've done a new edit, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to take care of my client. Dude, I sent him over that video and he goes, you know, it'd be really cool if we had like a girl in a field running in slow motion. Dude, I'm not even kidding. On the call, he is describing a completely different video to the one that we planned and shot
Yeah.
and sent edits for.
Did you get that?
I'm
Did
like-
you get that shot?
I'm like, dude, we didn't shoot this. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like that's what we need right now.
Yeah.
Bro, you talk about a difficult phone call.
Now, quick question: was he in a place where he was willing to? Was he in a place where he was willing to like reshoot?
Oh. No.
Wow. So he wanted that Sora AI.
Oh, he wanted magic, bro. He wanted a genie lamp
Yeah.
and he wanted to rub it and wish for a whole new video.
Okay.
And what's crazy to me and what I unfortunately, I don't know if there's like I don't know if I learned too much from this experience. But it was like the one thing I figured out was that like some people
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to verbalize
Mm.
exactly what they want.
Mm.
And I think that's where the disconnect happened.
Mhm.
I think there were times where like I was pitching ideas and like, especially at the beginning, like I pitched the idea for the project and he was like, yes, I like that. And then when I visually showed him shots, he was like, yes, I like that. But
Was he ever a little, you know how like some people will be like, you'd be like, hey, do you like coffee? And they'll be like, yeah. Could you ever get a feeling that he was maybe like not 100% 10 toes down on the idea?
No, but the one thing that I learned was that, and because I never did this before him,
Mm-hmm.
but like if I pitched an idea and somebody was like, yes, I love it, let's go, I'd be like, cool, we're running, right? Now I mandate
Mm-hmm.
that they tell me what their vision is.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he came to me to the project, he was like, yeah, we're not really sure what we want. We just kind of want a festival video that tells this a little bit of a story. I was like, cool, say less. I'll come up with a pitch. I'll send you over my ideas. And I sent it over to him. And he was like, yes, I love it. This is great. This is what we're going to go with.
Mm-hmm.
But I never forced him to come to me with any kind of creative up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where the disconnect was, which
Yeah.
is where like after we had started going through the process, he started realizing like, oh, I like his idea, but now I have had time to think of my own idea, and I think I like that better.
How long was pre-production for you guys?
A month.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we did pre-production for a month, and then like we ended pre-production, and then we didn't even shoot for like a couple. Like he had time, but like by the time we got to the end of it, dude, it was. I mean, you talk about going back and forth on edits and just having your edits just shot down, and for a long time not knowing why
Yeah.
they were shot down. But ultimately, you later on find out that like, oh, he just had a totally different vision that he didn't communicate to me.
Yeah.
To where now, when I work with clients and I'm working on direct B2B and we're doing a project or whatever, it's like it's a mandate. Yo, what is your vision? Send me other videos or other references that you liked.
Yeah.
That are similar to the vision that you had in mind. So when we go into it, we know it. But then also, and I'm just gonna be honest on this one, I think sometimes you just lose. I think some things you
I
just
was
can't
gonna,
control.
I was gonna ask you. So the horror is obviously a lot of re-edits, probably not, maybe some tension or awkward conversations.
Yeah.
But did you guys ever resolve? Did you ever come to a yes, I love it, and let's run it?
No.
Ooh,
No.
mm,
That's
mm,
the hard part of the story.
yeah,
He never loved the final video. Now, granted, we got paid,
yeah.
but it never feels good. Like, it didn't feel good.
Feels terrible.
And ironically, because we were shooting the marketing material for the festival, we were already contracted to then go shoot the actual festival.
Ugh.
So I still had to go show up to go
Ugh.
and shoot the festival,
Mhm.
of which we did a great job. And he loved everything that came from the actual festival. Like, so we had,
So maybe it was him.
yeah.
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 Maybe he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
That's what helps me.
a couple months.
That's what helps me.
It was back a couple months. But it was just like, I learned that like
Was
sometimes.
this pre-festival?
Yeah, this was all pre-festival.
So I wonder if, obviously, who knows? Hypothetically, if ticket sales weren't going well, he was expecting this to be a savior, freaking out. But then the concert happens, everything's great.
Yeah.
He's excited on cloud nine, and he's good.
He doesn't even care. Maybe.
That's what I'm gonna believe.
Yeah, that's fine. Believe that. I quickly realized. Oh, but I will tell you, when it came to the festival, he was like, put the team together. I started putting the team together. And I was like, oh, by the way, you are responsible for finding the editor.
Yeah,
And he was like, oh, okay, you don't want to bring an editor to this? I was like, no,
yeah,
we're not going through any of this
yeah,
again.
yeah.
I was like, if we're gonna continue this relationship, we're just shooting. We're
Yeah.
dumping footage. You go find yourself an editor. And he did. And the editor that he found was great. So
That's awesome.
all worked out